I'm Jeff Nyquist. I'm the president of the Strategic Crisis Center, and it is a nonprofit that I founded last year because I don't think Americans understand national security issues, and our mission is to educate on national security issues because we've got China engaged in a military buildup, we've got Russia engaged in a military buildup. A new bloc, an anti-American bloc, is being formed in South America. And some of these people, like Hugo Chavez in Venezuela, is being financed by the Russians and the Chinese and is talking anti-American talk. Is there any alarm here? No. The country seems oblivious to it. Our whole culture, which I sometimes characterize as a shopping mall regime, it's based on comfort and hedonism. This is a natural weakness for Americans, to think everybody likes us, that we don't have enemies. I mean, it's very comforting, but we do have enemies, and not everybody likes us. The real threat to the United States is a coalition of powers organized by America's chief enemies, China and Russia. Russia wants to dominate Europe. China wants to dominate the Pacific region. You know, you've got people who are still living 20 years ago. They think that Russia and China, for example, are still enemies, that Russia's more likely to attack China, or China's more likely to attack Russia than the United States. Well, what do China and Russia have to fight over? They're going to fight over Siberia? What, a place where only 10 million people can live and freeze? No, they both have interests in combining together. And in fact, in 2001, Russia and China formed a friendship treaty, which they denied was an alliance aimed at the United States. But I think anybody who looks at it realistically sees that that's what it is.
Some in America think that there is something to fear in a rising China. Some in China think that America will try to contain China's ambitions.
Obama administration's way of dealing with China is we can't contain China if China becomes aggressive. So we have this policy of strategic assurance. That is, we don't do anything to prepare for war against China, and instead we just try to get assurances from the Chinese that they're not going to attack anybody. And of course we have a financial crisis right now, and the temptation is to cut defense projects. Weapon systems are being cut, nuclear weapons are not being renewed.
The United States will take concrete steps towards a world without nuclear weapons. We will reduce the role of nuclear weapons in our national security strategy and urge others to do the same.
We can't count on the fact that we're going to get an arms treaty with Russia, and I don't think we want to trust the Russians on that. I think we want to maintain a nuclear arsenal of a certain size because it's kept the peace, it's kept us safe all these years, and it's a dangerous innovation to move away from that. People don't really understand the strategic posture of the United States now. We've got all of our Strategic Air Command bombers crammed into a single base. Our submarine permissive action codes are vulnerable to being knocked out. We've got these land-based missiles sitting in silos that are not properly hardened against attack. This is very important strategic information, and our mission is to educate on defense issues, national security issues, because the future of our country is at stake, and it's very important that this mission be funded. The Strategic Crisis Center needs your support. The fact that people don't understand these issues and they could understand them better is extremely important. So I want to thank you for your support.